Hello and welcome back to our channel. Before we dive into yet another fascinating and mysterious stories, I would like to invite you to watch, to like, and subscribe to the channel. Also activate the notification sound. Have you woken up? Feeling something powerful, a dream you can't quite grasp? Like another world touched you, slipped away with the dawn? What if forgetting isn't a flaw, but a sign, a code, a divine strategy? Protecting something sacred, this isn't about memory, this is about destiny. You why your soul is watch train hidden do. You feel like you don't belong. Sensed a deeper meaning. Carry a quiet knowing. Chosen for something greater. This message is for you today. A hidden truth. Why you forget, your dreams that forgotten realm holds your divine calling. Listen closely, this isn't just theory, spiritual into lonely. For those with eyes to see, you are here for a reason. 3 things right now, like this video, if this touches you deeply. Subscribe if your path is understood by few. Comment 99 below. The number of the one who left strayed from the ordinary found by purpose. You are not like the others, never worth. This will remind youth. Truth, your soul never forgot. Let's begin. A world behind your eyelids, not fantasy, not hallucination, more real than this one truth. Unveiled there, the veil of the natural lifted dreams are not random spiritual corridors for those marked for greatness. If you are one of the chosen ivy, walk to these corridors of. If you don't remember, just a racing heart, a shadow of a voice, something important slipped away. But what if you were there, fully conscious, fully engaged on a level your mind can't grasp? Dreams are not escapes, they are encounters. The chosen are called into them, not to wander but to receive visions, instructions, codes, assignments from realms higher than you know. In your dreams, you're not just seeing, you're being seen. Angels watch your frequencies shift the atmosphere, bend your presence isn't just physical, it's spirit charged. Some of the most important moments already happened in dreams. You can't recall, but why can't you remember? The mind has limits, the spirit has levels. God doesn't trust deep revelations. 2 shallow memory. What you forget in your mind, he embeds in your spirit, sealed, hidden, protected until your destiny needs it. Some truths are too heavy for the present. You encrypted, locked behind forgetting, not as punishment but as divine preservation. Your dreams feel just out of reach because they are echoing from the future, pulling you forward, guiding you with mystery, not clarity. Mystery creates movement. Your movement is awakening. Prophecy are not lost, you are being led. Here's what no one dares to say. There are dreams you can't remember yet. If you did, the enemy would know where to strike. A war of revelation versus timing. Your forgetting isn't weakness, it's strategy. He who chose you is still protecting what you carry. What happens when the veil lifts? When you're allowed to remember and act, that moment is closer than you think. When it comes, your whole reality will shift. No longer just feel chosen or know it while the world sleeps. Spirit realm wakes up, your eyes close. Something ancient stirs. Sleep isn't silence, it means transition for the chosen, entry into a different battlefield. Let this sink in. Every night your body down, your spirit stands up. The moment it does, you are seen, not just by heaven but by darkness. The enemy doesn't fear who you are, now he fears who you're becoming. Sees your future before you do, sees your impact, your light. Your voice's mission is to stop it before it fully wakes up. Your dream life isn't a chore, it's a war zone. Most people have no idea fighting battles asleep, but you felt it. That sudden jolt, the heaviness on your chest, the strange figure watching, that voice that almost spoke a name then vanished. Not just a bad dream, it's a signet. Enemy doesn't break into empty houses, only invades what has value. Our dreams are targeted. Your destiny is dangerous here. Metha devil doesn't care about the spiritually asleep. When you start to awaken, your spirit remembers. He panics, sends distractions, false dreams, night terrors, emotional residue clings to you in the morning, trying to pull you off course before your day begins. Here's where the real mystery, Licia, are not fighting a lot, has encrypted your dreams like hidden scrolls, only readable when your spirit is ready, accessible when your protection is strong. Some visions are too pure to prophetic, to be exposed to contamination. You're not forgetting because your wikyo are forgetting, because your dreams are guarded. Divine amnesia, holy firewalls, spiritual shielding. If The enemy could fully see what God is preparing in your head, launch a war greater than your current maturity could withstand. God does something brilliant, hides the blueprint inside your soul, lets your life gradually catch up, doesn't reveal it all at once, trains you through darkness, you through silence, even in sleep. The chosen are being refined not by comfort but by clash. Every attack sharpened your dream stolen, increased your hunger. Every battle fought in the night, a seed of fire planted in your spirit for the day you rise, fully awake. That day is coming. Enemy knows if the attacks have been increasing, the dreams grown more chaotic. Your sleep feels like work instead of rest, but what the enemy doesn't realize, you are learning his patterns, remembering without remembering, seeing without your eyes. Your spirit is storing things your memory cannot contain. Here's the twist: what you think you've lost in the 90s, waiting to return at the appointed time, not as a dream but as revelation. When the chosen begin to awaken, the stolen dreams don't come back the same, they come back transformed, empowered, charged with divine clarity. The moment that happens, their battle shifts not in the way you expect. What if the next time you sleep, you won't just be defending your purpose, you'll be activating it? Have you felt it lately? That strange tension, knowing something is happening inside, not being able to explain it, like your dreams are still happening, instead of a clear imaging knowing presence, a vibration, a whisper in your chest. Something was revealed last night. Even if I can't remember what, that's not confusion, that's activation. Your soul is awakening. When the soul awakens, it doesn't need details, it needs alignment. Your memory, forgetting more dreams, not drifting further from truth, getting closer to the message shifted levels from your surface mind to your eternal spirit, entering a new phase. God no longer speaks through symbols only but through internal shifts, deep spiritual realignments, by and beyond. Words you've been feeling different, outgrown certain places, people, leaven parts of yourself, fits not random, it's subconscious isn't on survival mode, it's syncing with something divines, something timeless, something you were always meant to become. Here's what most people miss: awakening doesn't always feel like light. Sometimes it feels like pressure, silence, emotional disconnection from things that once felt safe. When your soul remembers its true identity, the old version of you begins to fall away. Your dreams start to change from scattered and symbolic, targeted and timed. You might not remember them, they're no longer stored in your head, they're being sealed in your spirit's DNA. Let me say this clearly: your spirit is collecting data your mind isn't qualified to process. You wake up feeling different, even if you can't explain why. Walk into certain rooms, feel an immediate shift, like stepping into a frequency of encountered before. Can place it not. Deja vu, soul recognizing coordinates from your dream encounter. You've been there in the physical life is catching up. This is the stage most people give up. Want clarity more than transformation, want to remember instead of becoming. If you're still watching not most people, part of a remnants is the inner rumble, that unshakable pull. There's more. I'm not done evolving, I'm not done remembering. You're not just dreaming anymore. Rayo, being reconstructed, like a seed must crack before it can rise. Your old self had to forget so your true self could emerge. What's coming next isn't just for the dreamer you were, it's for the warrior prophet you're becoming. But before that version is fully revealed, something unexpected. The forgetting isn't the end, it's the beginning of a deeper knowing that resides not in the mind but in the very fabric of your being. Think of it like a language you once spoke fluently. Now only fragments remain: feeling and intuition, a pull towards something you can't name. Those fragments are echoes of your dream encounters, whispers from the spiritual corridors. They are not lost, they are dormant, waiting for the right frequency, the right moment to be activated within youth. This activation often happens not through sudden recalls, but through subtle shifts in your perception, a heightened sense of awareness, introsis, that seem too meaningful to be coincidence, a deep resonance with certain truths or ideas. These are your forgotten dreams, surfacing not as memories but as an innate understanding, a wisdom that seems to come from nowhere, but it comes from those nightly encounters, the training, the downloads, the spiritual imprints that your waking mind couldn't hold. Your soul, however, remembers everything. It holds the blueprint, the divine instructions, the map of your destiny, and as you evolve as your spiritual frequency rises, your soul begins to release these hidden truths, not in a flood but in a gentle unfolding like a flower, slowly blooming each petal, revealing a new layer of understanding, a new aspect of your divine calling. This is why the journey of awakening is often gradual, a process of remembering not with the mind but with the spirit, a peeling back of the layers of forgetfulness to reveal the radiant truth of who you truly are, being of immense power and purpose, whose destiny was written in the stars and whispered in the silence of the night. So, don't despair if your dreams remain elusive, trust the deeper knowing within you, that quiet voice, that persistent pull. It is the echo of your soul's remembrance, the unfolding of your divine blueprint, the promise of who you are becoming, a promise that was sealed in the sacred realm of dreams and is now beginning to awaken within youth, feeling of something powerful that lingers after waking is not a phantom, it is real, it is the residue of divine interaction, a spiritual handshaking moment of profound connection that transcends the limitations of human memory. The analogy of learning a new skill, it requires conscious effort, every step is deliberate, every movement carefully considered, but with practice the skill becomes ingrained, it moves from the conscious mind to the subconscious. You can perform the actions without thinking, it becomes a part of you. Your dream encounters are similar, they are periods of intense spiritual learning and growth experiences that are so profound, so transformative, that they become integrated into your soul's very essence. They don't need to be consciously recalled because they have changed you at a fundamental level. They have shaped your intuition, guided your choices, influenced your perceptions of n. If you can't pinpoint the exact moment or the specific details, the impact remains like a seed planted in fertile ground. It grows and blossoms even if you don't remember planting it. The fruits of those dream encounters manifest in your waking life as a deeper wisdom, made stronger sense of purpose, and unshakable faith, knowing that you are connected to something larger than yourself. This is why you might find yourself drawn to certain paths or resonating with specific teachings or feeling a deep empathy for others. These are not random inclinations, they are the echoes of your soul's experiences, the wisdom gained in those forgotten realms, guiding you towards your divine purpose. So, embrace the mystery of your forgotten dreams, see them not as a void, but as a sacred space where profound truths were implanted and your soul was touched by the divine trust that what was meant for you to know has been encoded within you, waiting for the opportune moment to be revealed, not necessarily to your conscious mind, but to your spirit, to your heart, to your very being, and that knowing you will find the strength, the guidance, the affirmation you have always carried within you, a testament to the powerful encounters that happen in the realm beyond waking consciousness, the realm where your soul truly comes alive and communes with the divine, the feeling of being watched, trained, hidden as not paranoia. It is a spiritual reality. You are a vessel of great potential, a carrier of divine light, and as such you are under the watchful eye of higher powers, both benevolent and malevolent. The training happens in those dream corridors where you are tested, guided, prepared for the tasks that lie ahead. The hiding is a form of protection, shielding your nascent potential until you are strong enough to wield it. Think of a precious seed. It is hidden beneath the soil, nourished in darkness, until it develops the strength to break through the surface and blossom in the light. Your forgotten dreams are part of this process, a period of incubation where your spirit is nurtured on, your divine blueprint is solidified, the sense of not belonging, the feeling of a deeper meaning, the quiet knowing of being chosen. These are not illusions, they are the stirrings of your soul's memory, echoes of your true origin, a recognition of your divine assignment. You are a star-setter, lightworker, a soul with a specific purpose in this lifetime, and the forgetting of your dreams is a temporary veil designed to allow you to navigate the earthly realm without being overwhelmed by the full weight of your cosmic identity and mission. Trust that as you awaken, as you align with your higher self, more and more of this knowing will surface, not necessarily as clear memories of dreams, but as an undeniable inner conviction, a certainty of your path, a deep understanding of your purpose. The number 99 represents the one who left the crowd, the individual, the seeker, the soul who dares to stray from the ordinary path. The spiritual context, it often symbolizes completion and the imminent arrival of something new. The one who is found by purposes. You are not meant to follow the path is unique. Your calling is individual, and the willingness to step outside the norm to question, to seek to listen to that inner voices. A sign that you are ready to remember, ready to awaken, ready to embrace your divine purpose. So let the number 99 be an affirmation, a reminder that your individuality is sacred and that your unique journey is precisely what qualifies you for the great destiny that awaits the world behind your eyelids. Is more than just a figment of imagination, it is a gateway, portal to other dimensions, a realm where the veil between worlds is thin and communication with higher beings is possible. Truth is unveiled there because the limitations of the physical senses and the logical mind do not apply in the same way. The veil of the natural is lifted, allowing for glimpses into the spiritual realities that underpin our earthly existence. Dreams are not random, they are structured, purposeful, spiritual corridors designed for those with a specific destiny, those who have been for suffering but for something greater, a higher calling, a significant role to play in the unfolding of divine plan. If you are one of the chosen, you have already been walking these corridors, even if your conscious mind has no recollection. The experiences are etched in your soul, shaping your journey in ways you may not yet understand. That racing heart, that shadow of a voice, that sense of something important slipping away, these are echoes, residues of profound encounters your spirit remembers, even if your mind doesn't. You were there, fully conscious, fully engaged, but on a level beyond your waking comprehension. Dreams are not escapes, they are encounters. The chosen are called into them not to wander aimlessly, but to receive specific guidance, visions that illuminate the path ahead, instructions that clarify your mission, codes that unlock deeper understandings, sometimes even direct assignments from beings in realms far higher than our own. Seeing your dreams, you are not merely observing, you are being observed. Watch over you, their frequencies, interacting with your own. The very atmosphere around you shifts, responding to the spiritual energy you carry, because your presence in the dream realms, not just a passive experience, it is an active engagement of your spirit, a spirit charged with divine potential. That's why some of the most pivotal moments of your life's journey may have already transpired in those dreamscapes, encounters and revelations that your conscious mind cannot yet access. But why this veil of forgetfulness? Why can't you readily recall these significant events? Because the human mind, with its reliance on linear time and physical senses, has inherent limitations. The spirit, however, operates on a different plane with vast levels of understanding. Godin, his infinite wisdom, does not entrust deep spiritual revelations to the often fleeting nature of human memory. What seems lost to your conscious awareness, he meticulously embeds within the very fabric of your spirit, sealed, hidden from immediate recall, until the precise moment when your unfolding destiny truly requires it. Some truths are simply too weighty, too profound for the current stage of your earthly development. They are encrypted within you, locked behind the veil of forgetting, not as a form of punishment or denial, but as an act of divine preservation, a safeguard for your spiritual growth. This is why your dreams often carry that elusive quality, that feeling of something just beyond your grasp, because they are not merely reflections of the past, but often echoes from the future, subtle premonitions, gentle nudges from the path you are meant to walk, guiding you forward, not always with crystal clarity, but with an intriguing sense of mystery, because mystery itself serves a purpose, ignites curiosity, it compels exploration, it fosters a deeper yearning for understanding, and your journey of awakenings precisely that movement. Gradual unfolding of prophecy within you. You are not wandering aimlessly in the dark, you are being intentionally led. Here is a truth that often goes unspoken. There are specific dreams that you are not yet meant to remember, because, if the details were revealed prematurely, the forces that oppose your divine purpose would gain precise knowledge of your vulnerabilities, strengths, your intended trajectory. This is a subtle but crucial aspect of the spiritual war, a constant interplay between revelation and strategic timing. Your forgetting, therefore, is not a sign of spiritual weakness or deficiency. It is a vital component of divine strategy, a protective mechanism, orchestrated by the one who chose you, safeguarding the sacred potential that you carry within. But what transpires when that veil begins to thin? What happens when the time arrives for you to finally be granted access to these forgotten realms? To consciously remember and act upon the wisdom held within. That moment of unveiling is closer than you might imagine, and when it dawns, it will usher in a profound transformation of your reality. You will no longer simply sense that you are chosen. You will possess an unshakable inner knowing, a certainty that resonates deep within your bones. While the physical world slumbers, the spiritual realm awakens with heightened activity the very instant your eyes close and you transition into sleep. Something ancient and powerful begins to stir within and around you, because sleep is not merely a state of inactivity or silence. It signifies a transition, a movement from one level of reality to another, and for those who have been marked for a higher purpose, signifies entry into a different kind of battlefield, a realm where spiritual warfare takes place. Let this profound truth sink deep into your awareness. Every night as you lay your physical body down to rest, spirit rises. It stands alert, and the very moment this occurs, you become visible, not only to the benevolent forces of heaven but also to the malevolent entities of darkness. The adversary does not fear your current limitations. He is not threatened by who you are in your present state of awakening. His fear is directed towards the immense potential of who you are becoming. He possesses a chilling awareness of your future impact, the radiant light you are destined to emanate, the powerful voice you are meant to wield, and his primary mission, his relentless objective, is to intercept this unfolding destiny, to stifle your awakening before it reaches its full and potent expression. This is why your dream life is far from being mere random firings of the brain. It is a critical arena of spiritual conflict, a battleground where your soul engages in unseen struggles, and the vast majority of people remain blissfully unaware that they are fighting significant battles in their sleep. But you have felt it, that sudden, inexplicable jolt in the dead of night, that oppressive, unshakable heaviness that settles upon your chest, the fleeting glimpse of a strange, unsettling figure lurking in the periphery of your dream, that disembodied voice that almost whispered a Namand then abruptly vanished into the silence. These are not merely products of a troubled subconscious, they are signals, tangible indicators of spiritual interference, because the enemy is strategic. He does not expend his energy attempting to breach empty or insignificant vessels. He only directs his forces towards that which possesses genuine value, and if your dream life has become a target of such disturbances, is a profound testament to the dangerous potency of your destiny now. Heed this crucial understanding: the forces of darkness hold no interest in those who remain spiritually dormant, those who are content in their slumber. But the instant you begin to stir, the moment your spirit starts to awaken to remember its true heritage, and potential panic ripples through the lower realms, and, in response, the enemy deploys a barrage of tactics, distractions designed to derail your focus, false and misleading dreams intended to sow confusion, terrifying night terrors crafted to induce fear and anxiety, emotional residue that clings to you as you awaken, a subtle but persistent weight designed to pull you off your divinely ordained course before you even have a chance to consciously engage with your day. But here is where the profound and intricate wisdom of the divine truly Shinzi are not left to navigate this spiritual battlefield unarmed. God, in his infinite foresight, has intricately encrypted your dreams like ancient, sacred scrolls. Their profound meaning and guidance are not accessible to just anyone. They are only legible when your spirit has reached a certain level of readiness, only unlockable when your spiritual protection is sufficiently strong, because some of the visions entrusted to you are of such pristine purity, such potent prophetic significance, they cannot be exposed to the contaminating influence of darkness prematurely or forgetting. Therefore, is not a reflection of any inherent weakness within you. It is a deliberate act of divine safeguarding, a form of spiritual shielding, a holy firewall erected around the sacred revelations entrusted to your soul. Because if the enemy could fully comprehend the intricate tapestry of what God is meticulously preparing within you, he would undoubtedly unleash a campaign of opposition of a magnitude that your current level of spiritual maturity might not yet be equipped to withstand. So God employs a strategy of brilliant concealment. He carefully hides the essential blueprint of your destiny deep within the sanctuary of your soul and allows your earthly life to gradually unfold to catch up with the profound revelations held within. He does not unveil the entire picture at once. Instead, he patiently trains you through periods of darkness and uncertainty. He imparts invaluable lessons through moments of profound silence, even in the seemingly passive state of sleep. The chosen ones are undergoing a process of intense refinement, not through ease and comfort, but often through spiritual clashes and confrontations. Every attempted attack, every spiritual incursion serves to sharpen your discernment, to hone your intuitive abilities. Every dream that seems to be stolen or lost only serves to intensify your spiritual hunger, your yearning for deeper understanding, and every battle fought in the unseen realm of nighties, not a defeat, but rather a seed of divine fire planted deep within the fertile ground of your spirit, nourishing your inner strength, preparing you for the glorious day when you will rise fully awake, bracing the fullness of your divine potential, because that day of complete awakening is indeed coming in. The enemy possesses a chilling awareness of its imminence. That is why the intensity of the spiritual attacks has been escalating, why your dreams may have become increasingly turbulent and chaotic, why the very act of sleep may sometimes feel like arduous work rather than a peaceful respite. But what the enemy fails to grasp in his desperate attempts to thwart your destinies, that with each passing night you are learning his insidious patterns, you are developing an intuitive understanding of his tactics, you are remembering not through conscious recall but through a deepening of your spiritual senses, you are seeing not with your physical eyes, but with the keen perception of your awakened spirit. Your soul is diligently storing vital information, experiences, insights that your conscious memory cannot yet contain or process. And here is the profound and unexpected twist in this unfolding narrative: what you perceive as lost or forgotten in the realm of nighties, not truly gone, it is merely waiting, held in divine trust until the appointed time of its return, and when it does resurface, will not be as a fleeting, ethereal dream but as a powerful, undeniable revelation, because when the chosen ones begin their full and glorious awakening, the dreams that were once seemingly stolen or lost do not simply return in their original form, they come back transformed, with a divine energy, charged with an unmistakable clarity, and the very moment this spiritual retrieval occurs, the dynamics of the battle shift dramatically, but perhaps not in the way you might anticipate, because what if I were to tell you that the next time you surrender to sleep, you will not merely be defending your sacred purpose, you will be actively igniting it? Have you experienced it recently? That peculiar tension that exists between an inner knowing, a profound sense that something significant is unfolding within you, and the frustrating inability to articulate or fully comprehend it. It's as if your dream life continues to be a realm of active experience, but instead of waking with a vivid recollection of specific imagery or events, you are left with a persistent knowing presence, a subtle but palpable vibration that resonates within your being, a quiet whisper that echoes in the depths of your chests, knowing that something of profound importance was revealed during the night. Even if the conscious details remain frustratingly out of reach, this is not a state of confusion or spiritual disorientation. This is a powerful phase of activation. Your soul is undergoing a significant awakening, and when the soul begins to truly awake, no longer relies solely on the fragmented language of symbolic dreams. It requires a deeper form of alignment, a fundamental recalibration of your entire being. This is why your conscious memory may seem to be losing its grip on your dream narratives, because you are drifting further away from spiritual truth, but because you are rapidly drawing closer to its very core. The primary mode of communication has shifted to a deeper level, moving beyond the surface layers of your conscious mind, embedding itself within the eternal sanctuary of your spirit. You are entering a transformative phase where the divine no longer speaks to you primarily through the veiled language of symbols and metaphors, but through profound internal shifts, deep spiritual realignments that transcend the limitations of human language. This is the underlying reason for the subtle yet persistent feeling of being different, a sense that you have outgrown certain environments, certain relationships, even aspects of your own personality that once felt familiar and comfortable. These are not random occurrences or fleeting moods. They are the tangible manifestations of spiritual recalibration. Your subconscious mind is no longer operating solely on the primal instincts of survival and earthly concerns. It is beginning to synchronize with a higher frequency, divine rhythm. My timeless current of being that has always been a part of youth, essence of who you were always meant to become. And here is a crucial insight that often eludes those on the path of awakening. Spiritual awakening does not always manifest as a sudden burst of radiant light and blissful understanding. Often initially can feel more akin to a subtle but persistent pressure, a period of introspective silence, even a temporary sense of emotional detachment from things that once provided comfort and security, because as your soul begins to remember its true, expansive identity, the limitations and illusions of the old, more constricted version of yourself begin to dissolve, to fall away like old skin. And as this process of shedding takes place, your dreams themselves undergo a significant transformation. They may shift from being scattered and heavily symbolic to becoming more direct, more targeted, more precisely timed in their delivery of information. Yet paradoxically, you may find yourself remembering them even less frequently. This is because the vital information they carry is no longer being primarily stored in the easily accessible files of your conscious mind. Instead, it is being deeply encoded, sealed within the very DNA of your spirit. Me articulate this with absolute clarity. Your spirit is actively collecting and processing profound levels of data that your current conscious mind is not yet equipped or qualified to fully interpret. This is why you may awaken with a distinct feeling of having undergone a significant experience, a subtle but undeniable sense of inner shift, even in the absence of any discernible dream recalls. This is why you might walk into certain physical spaces and experience an immediate and inexplicable resonancy, powerful sense of familiarity, as if you have stepped into a specific energetic frequency before and this particular vibrational signature, but you cannot consciously place the memory. This is not merely a fleeting sensation of déjà vu. It is your awakened soul recognizing energetic coordinates, frequencies that it encountered and navigated during your nocturnal spiritual journeys. You have been there in the realm of spirit, and now your physical reality is beginning to align itself with those higher vibrational experiences. This particular stage of the awakening process is often where many individuals become discouraged and prematurely abandon their journey, because the human mind naturally craves clarity. It seeks tangible evidence and logical explanations. There is a strong desire to consciously remember and understand every step of the process, but true spiritual transformation often requires a surrender to the unknown, a willingness to trust the deeper wisdom of the soul, to embrace the process of becoming, even when the conscious mind struggles to keep pace. However, if you are still resonating with these words, if you have continued to listen with an open heart and mind, then you are likely not among those who will falter. You are part of a dedicated remnant, a collective of souls who possess an innate sensitivity to the inner stirrings, that profound, unshakable pull that whispers there is more to this existence than meets the eye. I am not yet finished evolving. I am not yet done remembering my true self. You are no longer simply a passive dreamer. You are actively undergoing a profound process of spiritual reconstruction, and just as a seed must undergo a period of cracking and breaking before it can ultimately rise and flourish, so too the old, more limited version of yourself may have needed to experience this veil of forgetting, this temporary obscuring of conscious memory, so that your true, radiant self could begin to emerge unburdened by the limitations of past perceptions. Because what is rapidly approaching in your life is not merely a continuation of the dreams you once had. It is the full and powerful manifestation of the warrior prophet that you are in the process of becoming. But before this fully realized version of yourself is unveiled, something unexpected, something profoundly final, shedding, a letting go of old paradigms, beliefs that no longer serve, fears that have held you captive. This clearing is essential to make space for the new, the influx of higher frequencies, the unimpeded flow of divine guidance. It might manifest as a period of uncertainty, feeling of being in between worlds as the familiar dissolves, and The new has not yet fully formed. Trust this transitional phase like the stillness before a storm. It holds immense potential. A pregnant pause before a powerful birthing. During this time your dreams may become even more abstract, more symbolical, perhaps even cease for a while. This silence does not signify abandonment, but rather a deepening of the inner walker, consolidation of the spiritual gains, a recalibration at the deepest levels of your being. Your soul is preparing for a significant leap, a quantum shift in your awareness, and when the time is right, the remembering will not come as a trickle but as a flood of illumination, sudden and profound clarity that washes over your entire being. You will not just recall fragments of forgotten dreams, you will understand their deeper meaning, their intricate connections to your life's purpose, the divine assignments you have accepted, the training you have undergone in the unseen realms. It will be as if a long dormant part of you awakens, a wellspring of ancient wisdom, a reservoir of untapped power, surfacing with undeniable force, and in that moment of profound remembering the veil will be lifted, not just from your personal dream experiences, but from your perception of reality itself. You will see the world with new eyes, recognizing the spiritual forces at play, understanding the interconnectedness of all things. Your purpose will become crystal clear, your path will be illuminated with divine certainty, and the warrior prophet within you will step fully into their power, no longer hesitant or uncertain, but bold, courageous, and unwavering in their commitment to their divine calling. Is the promise that lies within the mystery of your forgotten dreams, a promise of profound awakening, of ultimate remembering, of stepping into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. So, embrace the journey, trust the process, and know that even in the silence of forgotten dreams, your soul is being divinely prepared for the magnificent destiny that awaits. The time of unveiling is drawing near, and you're ready. The final piece of this hidden truth lies in understanding the nature of time itself. Humans, we perceive time linearly, a sequence of moments, one following the other, but in the higher spiritual realms, time operates differently, is more fluid, more interconnected. Past, present, and future can exist simultaneously. Your dream encounters often transcend this linear perception, allowing your spirit to interact with moments that have been, moments that are, and moments that are yet to come. Training you receive in dreams, the insights you gain, the challenges you overcome, are not confined to the dream time. They ripple outwards, influencing your waking reality in subtle yet profound ways. The forgetting in this context can also be seen as a way to protect the integrity of the timeline. If you were to consciously recall future events with perfect clarity, it could create paradoxes and interfere with the natural unfolding of your journey. The divine wisdom understands the delicate balance between revealing enough to guide you and concealing enough to allow for free will and authentic experiences. So trust the timing of your remembering. Know that what you need to know will be revealed to you at the precise moment it is meant to serve your highest good and the unfolding of your divine plan. The journey of awakening is not always easy. There will be moments of doubt, moments of frustration, moments when you question the validity of these inner stirrings, when the silence of forgotten dreams feels like emptiness. Remember that you are not alone. Countless others are walking a similar path, sensing the same inner truths, navigating the same veils of forgetfulness. State solace in this shared experience. Seek out those who resonate with your journey, for in community there is strength, there is validation, there is shared wisdom. Trust your own inner guidance above all else, that quiet knowing, that persistent pull, that unwavering sense that there is more. It is the compass of your soul leading you towards your ultimate remembering and the full embodiment of your divine self. The forgetting was never meant to be a permanent state. It is a temporary measure, a chrysalis in which a magnificent transformation is taking place. And just as the butterfly emerges radiant and free, so too will you emerge from this period of veiled awareness with a clarity and power that you cannot yet fully imagine. That time is drawing near. Feel it in the subtle shifts within youth, increasing synchronicities in your life, the growing resonance with higher truths, the whispers that are becoming clearer, the shadows that are beginning to recede. The dawn of your full remembering is upon you. Embrace it, welcome it, and step boldly into the magnificent destiny that awaits you. Are loved, you are guided, and you are never truly alone.